How do you feel about yourselves? Do you sometimes feel weird or different? That's a difficult question to ask. It's a difficult feeling to have, but it's a good question for us disciples of the Lord to ask ourselves on some occasions, because we need to be different, because our calling is different. For instance, in today's gospel, Jesus talks about generosity, and in most of the readings it has to do with loaning money or expecting repayment of something in material form. But what Jesus is calling us to do is to be generous overall, not just with our funds, not just with the material things God has given us, but oftentimes we are very stingy and very retaining in other ways. For instance, how often do we hold on to feelings of resentment? How long, when someone has done something that hurts us, do we refuse, even internally, to forgive that person? And yet, forgiving injuries, forgiving sins even, is the hallmark of what it means to be a Christian. Jesus said, "This is how people will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another." And of course, love has to work itself out in practice, and it comes down to forgiving, which is exactly what Jesus came to make known to us. Christ is the mirror of the Father. He came to let us know what the Father was like, and now that he has left us in visible form, he calls us to be mirrors of the same Father, which means we have to live in the same way, to forgive as we have been forgiven. We're students of Jesus. We're disciples. Some of us are slow learners. Some of us take a lifetime to get to the point where we can forgive injuries readily and easily, but that is our calling. So even if you are a slow learner, you have difficult passing the test of forgiveness, don't give up, because the one who is forgiving is God within you in the person of Christ. And that's what Paul was talking about in the second reading today when he said that we are the new person. Christ is the new person, and he has given us of his being, and we carry on his forgiving love down to this very day.